Welcome to Breaking Bread Presents Indicators. Now I'm always looking for ways that's going to make trading easy for all of us, and I think I found the indicators that's going to do that. Now the name of this
Hey, you. Yes, you sitting in front of your computer screen. Are you frustrated sitting on the sidelines, watching plays you did not enter due to past traumas? Are you able to break down a play but fail to execute? Do you cut plays too soon because you don't want a green trade to turn red? Do you hop from one strategy to strategy because you're trying to create the perfect strategy? Then we have found the only indicator that's going to help you with that. The indicator is called, wait for it, it's called you.
That's right, you. You are your best indicator. And until you believe and trust what Price is telling you with your own eyes, then you're going to struggle. We're 3 months into the year. Are you still struggling with some of the same issues from last year? If you are, then it's time to change some of those bad habits. What are some of those bad habits? Well, one could be that you're cutting plays too soon because you don't want to let a green trade turn red. Now, if you got into the play because of price, then you should be getting out of that play because of price, not because of your P&L. But I get it. I totally get it. You've seen a lot of red trades in a row. This next trade you take, it turned green, you're taking it. But you're selling yourself short because if price is not telling you to get out, then why are you getting out? Stop looking at that P&L. Don't worry about that. Focus on what price is telling you on the chart. And if the price on the chart is telling you that we're going to still keep going in your favor, then chill. Stop worrying about that P&L. Stop worrying about it being red or green. Don't worry about that. If the price is still going in your favor, then trust that play out to its full potential. Another reason is that you're not focused on the charts. Now you sitting in front of the charts, but you're on your phone, you're on social media, you're watching TV, you got the kids crying in the background, you got the wife and the husband crying in the background. So you just want to make sure when you're sitting in front of the charts that you can give your undivided attention as much as possible, just so you can start training your eyes and your mind on what you're trying to see on these charts. Another reason is you're failing to execute. So far too often, I've seen traders who can break down a full setup, and I ask them, did they take the trade? And they say no. It's like, what's the point of seeing the trade if you're not going to take it? It's cool that you saw it, but at what point are you going to step out on fear and execute on these plays? Don't just see it, execute. The only difference between you and your favorite trader is that they execute on their trades. I promise you, they are no better than you. You just have to trust yourself more. Now, this one right here, this is was my biggest hurdle when I first started, and that's me not being patient. Being patient was my biggest hurdle when I first started because my patience in real life is low. So becoming a patient trader made me real uncomfortable. But what's the saying? If you're comfortable then you're not growing, then I became real uncomfortable in my trading journey. So you have to let this play set up for you. And if it don't, then just move on to the next play. Nothing need to force. If you're looking at a play and price is not giving you what you want, then move on to the next play. Remember, price works for you. You do not work for price. Don't let this market force you into something because you think you're missing out on something. Nope. We're going to be patient, let the play set up, take the setup that we like, and then we're going to execute. Another reason is that you're letting different strategies stop you from taking plays. Now, I know everyone acts as if one strategy is better than the next and it's going to help you be the trader that you want to become, but trust and believe. Trust and believe. The only strategy that's going to help you be the trader you want to be is the one you create for yourself. So if you find yourself hesitating getting in and out of plays due to a lot of information from all these different strategies, then throw out the stuff that don't work for you and keep the ones that does. Your strategy should only help you mentally, not hinder you. So if you're looking to get into play and this strategy says this, but this strategy says that, get rid of the one that's not getting you in. You keep what you need and throw out the rest. You don't need all this information. You don't need much information to trade, but don't keep the information that's stopping you from getting into the plays. Also, you're letting your feelings interfere with price. How many times have you been in a winning trade and you let your feelings trick you into holding on to a play longer than you should? So now this green play isn't so green anymore, or maybe red because you're letting your feelings interfere with what price is telling you. But how many times have you been in the losing trade and you let your feelings tell you to hold on because you know it's going to turn around, but it doesn't? But you sitting here hoping and believing it's going to turn around. Still never does. Stop letting your feelings interfere with what price is not telling you. Trust what the price is telling you on those charts. If it's telling you it's turning around, cut it. If it's telling you it's going in your favor, then ride it till the wheels fall off. But if price is not aligned with your feelings, trust price. Now we know the bad habits. Let's create some winning habits. Let's create a new mindset when we're trading. So the first thing you should do is follow the rules of your plan. So you know your strategy, you know your favorite setups. I'm sorry, you know your favorite setups. So you want to create rules and you want to stick to it. So if you trade XYZ and I tell you to play B, nope, don't play B. You're gonna stick to XYZ. You have to find something that gives you your edge in this market. And that may not be B, but we know it's XYZ. We definitely know it's XYZ, so stick to that and let that be your strategy. Let those be your favorite setup. Let that be your plan every day you go into the market. And don't deviate from it. Stick to those rules, and that's it. That's it. And then you want to keep putting in the work. So you got to work to become the trader that you want to become. You have to sit in front of these charts and put in your time. You have to train your eyes. You have to train your mind to believe what you set out in your plan. So it just becomes secondhand nature to you when it comes time for you to execute on these trades. So when you see it, you take it every time. It's like nothing. You taking it every time. But you got to put the work in front of these charts to be able to see that. So you can train your eyes, train your mind. This is how you get rid of that PTSD that you have from past trades, because you're training your mind to believe and trust and give you the confidence that you need to execute on your trades. But you got to put the time in to build that confidence. Also, take the base hits. Now, this don't mean as soon as you get in a trade, cut it and take the green. No, that's not what I'm saying. You still have to watch price. What I'm saying is the base hits is you don't have to get the 100% plays, the 1,000% plays, the 500% plays. Those are cool and those are great, but that's not always going to present itself in the market. So you want to take those 30% plays, those 40% plays, those 50% plays sometimes, right? We know in baseball, you only got to touch 4 bases for it to count as a point on the scoreboard anyway. So take 4 bases. You don't got to get it all in one. Now, excuse my language, but you need to execute. Press the damn button. You got to get out of your way. If your eyes is aligned with price, then press the damn button. If it don't go your way, then just cut it and be okay with it if it doesn't. You got to stop sitting on the sidelines, being able to break down the setups and the plays, but you're not getting the plays. What's the point of that? Who eats when you do that? Nobody. So get off the sidelines, get in the plays. When you see your setup, like it, then take it. I'd rather be in the play and it's going in my favor than to be on the sidelines and say, damn, I knew I should have gotten that play. No, why? Why? If it don't go your way, just cut it. They're not always going to go your ways. L's are a part of the trading journey. It's a part of it. But you got to press the damn button to find out. And last but not least, consistent. But not with the wins, though. I feel like far too often we focus on trying to be consistent traders, and we feel that we are failures because we take a few L's in a row, or we take some L's a few days in a row. But the day that I focus more on being consistent with my setup, consistent with my strategy, consistent with my trading plan, consistent with sticking to my rules, that's the day I became consistent with my wins. So you have to focus on the process. Fall in love with the process. The outcome will come. You got to fall in love with the process, though. Stop worrying about the P&L. That's going to come if you just focus on the process and you do that part right. That's the part you got to do right. The other part is gonna be there, but you got to do that part right. Just be consistent with that part, and it's gonna come. So I'm often asked, when did it click for me? And I always say the same thing. It still clicks to this day. I think I'm 2 years in May, and it still clicks to this day. But when your eyes start to see it, and you start trusting what your eyes are telling you, and you begin to execute, then that's when you will become the trader you want to be. You just got to get out of your own way. It's not the market. It's not the strategy. It's not. It's us. It's us in our own way. It's you versus you. It's you in your own head. You got to get out of your head. Don't let this market have you thinking you can't do this because just the hell you can. Just don't quit. Quitting is not the option. That's never been the option because all that's going to bring is regret. And don't nobody need to be dealing with no regret. So stop doubting yourself. Stop hesitating. Stop thinking if you have but this, you can make your way to the top. Now, granted, there are traders out here that haven't put in that much work. That ain't your story. That's not the story that we writing. So continue to keep putting in that work. Continue to trust the process. Fall in love with the process. And I promise you're going to get the outcome that you want. You just got to keep going. Quitting ain't an option. So I don't know what to tell you, but quit is not it. But we have come to the end of this video. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, or you can DM me. I'll get back to you. But until next time, I thank you for breaking bread with me. You stay blessed.